often our souls do not come from this dimension. And I'm talking about Earth frequency, meaning that we're a 3D, 5D frequency, in between 3D to 5D frequency, meaning that you possibly come from a different dimension that is outside of Earth, even from a different planet maybe. Yes, there is life outside Earth, and in this video I'm going to talk about what this means for you in your life, how you can recognize if you come from a different dimension and have experienced past lifetimes in different parallel realities, and basically to understand yourself better. If that's something that you'd like to learn more about, then stay around. So on my journey of spiritual awakening, I came across this concept which is called a starseed. Basically what starseeds are souls who have lived in different dimensions, have lived on different planets within our universe, who volunteered to come to the planet to help raise the vibration of the Earth in order to help her transition, to help humanity transition through this 3D to 5D shift that we're living in right now, to shifting through the dark ages into the light ages, or into balance again. When I heard about this concept, I was so intrigued, because I'm not only feeling my question about life outside Earth was not only answered in a real beautiful, understandable way, but also did I feel a connection with this starseed life or light worker. And honestly, there is a difference between a light worker and a starseed. You can be both, and actually it is not that important. I want to put a disclaimer that it is not important for you to identify yourself as a light worker, as a starseed, as an old soul, or whatever you are, or you feel that you are, because it only limits you. A label only limits you into being fully who you truly are. But for the sake of this video, we're going to talk about the label starseed. We're going to talk about what it is and how you can actually recognize whether you are a starseed. And just my intention is for this video to expand your mind on what this reality actually consists of, and how beautiful this universe is, how we have all these beings that are helping us in this planet, on this planet, in this time right now, to transition through the dark ages into the light. And so, number one, starseed. I just explained what a starseed is. So meaning that we live in a universe in which we have multiple planets, many planets and star systems where there is life. There is extraterrestrial life, meaning that there's life outside Earth. And when I first learned about this concept, it got me so excited, because now not only did I have to learn about the times that we're living in and how to focus our awareness, how to expand our consciousness, how to connect with source, I now also understood that there are interdimensional beings, and that maybe my own soul comes from different lifetimes, had different lifetimes outside of this planet. And so I think it's really interesting for you to even think about that idea, because it could activate something in you that maybe starts to awaken, that maybe starts to activate, and therefore you start to jump into the next level of your spirituality, or of your spiritual journey here on Earth, of remembering who you truly are. Because I do believe that if we remember who we truly are, where we came from, what we've experienced on a soul level, we are able to better fulfill our purpose on this planet, to better understand our mission. Because basically what happens when we come to planet Earth as a starseed, as a soul, as an old soul, as a light worker, as whatever name you want to give yourself, we come onto this planet knowing that we will actually forget who we are, what we've experienced, because on this planet, because we're living in dark ages right now, we have a veil. You hear a lot of people talking about the veil is being lifted right now. And what that actually means is that we are looking through a filter. A lot of people refer to this reality as a matrix, as a simulation of light. And basically, I do believe that we live in a simulation, that we live in the matrix, and that we live in a world where we're being played as little puppets to basically make sure that certain people have the power. And if that doesn't resonate with you, then that is absolutely fine, and this content is not for you at this time. But this is actually when you start awakening to interdimensional life, you also start awakening to the fact that there are aliens living on our planet right now amongst us. Okay, and that maybe you are one of those people, you are one of those souls who chose to incarnate on this planet to help raise the vibration of planet Earth. And so there are many different dimensions from my understanding, and this is just a basic understanding. Like, I'm not someone who channels. I do, of course, receive a lot of insights and messages and visions, and in some sort of way that is channeling, but I'm not someone who channels information so clearly that I like communicate with my higher self on a conscious level, like having a discussion or a dialogue. I mean, not a discussion, a dialogue with my higher self. I hope to get to that point one day. But what I do understand about dimensions right now is that we at least have like 9 or even 12 dimensions in this universe, meaning that planet Earth is a 3D dimension. We are designed to live in 5D. We as human beings, we are designed to live in a 5D reality. What does 5D mean? 5D means that it's simply a different dimension. There's a different rule book of how we manifest, how we create, how we behave on this planet, and therefore what kind of consciousness that we have. 5D simply means that we have higher levels of consciousness than in a 3D, a bit more dense physical reality than 5D. To my understanding, the more that you move into higher dimensions, the more lucid time gets, meaning that past, present, and future happen simultaneously, which is so wild, meaning that your past lives are actually happening right now. And your future lives also happening right now, meaning that in the present moment you have access to every single reality or possible timeline that you could ever potentially live. And this is so interesting because what I want you to understand is that because we live in a three-dimensional reality, or actually I think we're already shifting into 4D right now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot tap into higher dimensions. Actually, what you're doing when you're meditating, you're raising your vibration, you're lowering the chatter in your mind, or you're putting your mind to sleep basically, so you can access those higher dimensions to talk with them for guidance, for clarity, for whatever thing that you're simply for the pleasure of it. That is what we are capable of, and we are capable of living in 5D. Our bodies are made for that. That's why we are incredibly psychic. We are incredibly psychic. We can manifest into the quantum field, meaning that we can manifest in different dimensions. And so we are incredible beings. We can astral project, we can channel information, we can see with our third eye, we can do so many different things, we can remote view. All these different things have to do with unlocking DNA within you that is basically dormant. Scientists talk about junk DNA, and they always said this junk DNA, of course they said that, is useless. But what they're finding right now is that within this asleep DNA, there's all these psychic abilities, all these things within us, all these memories of our soul that are able to be awakened, and so we can activate our DNA. Super interesting. This is a little bit of a sidetrack of what a starseed is and all the different dimensions, but actually, as you can tell, I'm very passionate about this, and I've not really talked about this because I felt like a lot of people were not ready for this kind of information. But I do want to put this information out there and let you know that, you know, we live in a multi-dimensional universe. We live in a life in which we have access to those different dimensions. We actually are able to communicate with life outside of this reality. And I feel like the minute that you understand that we're not alone in the universe, and I've always assumed this as a little child, I was obsessed with black holes and, you know, like fantasizing with my friends, like what would happen if there was a black hole and I would throw a rope into it? Like, would I be able to like climb my way into that black hole, and what would be on the other side? You know, all these kind of things. I love to think about those things. So, okay, back to where I started. How can you recognize that if you are a starseed? Well, one of the main characteristics that you'll feel is a sense of not belonging. And you might feel always like when you're looking at the stars, you feel like you're missing home, or you've always felt drawn to a certain thing like astrology, being interested in different planets. Maybe you've always felt drawn to a certain star system. That could indicate that you are a starseed. Another thing is that you have experienced interdimensional encounters, meaning that you can see interdimensional beings in your room, or as a child you could see those, or you dream about them. That is a sign that you could be a starseed. Another sign that you are a starseed is that you are an incredibly empathic person, meaning that you are picking up on people's emotions quite easily. Another sign is that you can identify with a certain how do you call it? I wouldn't really call it like things like ADHD, ADD, OCD, all these type of things, autism. I know that a lot of these starseeds actually do have things like this because they're basically here to break the system. They're basically here to break the way that we've been going about this reality. So that is another thing. What other things you could feel is that you feel that you're here for a mission. You're here to uplift your humanity, that you're here to help impact humanity on a big way. You've always felt this calling. Those are all signs of being a starseed, and these are also a little bit signs of being a light worker and being an old soul. So these things really go hand in hand, I believe. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you and share this concept about starseeds and about different dimensions and about interdimensional beings. And basically, I'm just really curious about your thoughts. If you've ever had any experience with interdimensional beings, if you've ever felt drawn to a certain star system, or you've ever felt like you truly don't fit in, you never feel home anywhere you go, and you simply don't know why, these are all could be signs that you are one. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you've experienced anything of this, if you resonated with this, what are your thoughts? I would love to know. And I see a lot of you commenting, and I want to say thank you so much to all of you who are supporting my channel, who are sharing my videos with anyone who could use it right now. I really see you and appreciate you, and am extremely grateful that you are helping this channel to grow. Yeah, I just wanted to say that explicitly, and I know that, you know, I try to comment and react as much as I can, but yeah, this is something that I really wanted to say. So big thank you from the bottom of my heart, because it really helps me to grow my channel. And basically this is a way to give back to, you know, for me always creating free content. So thank you, I appreciate you. And if you have liked this video, please like this video, as this video needs to be spread out to anyone who needs to hear it right now. And for those of you who are new here and haven't already subscribed to my channel, remember to do so, as you will be the first to watch all of my videos every Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so that you can create your best life. Remember, we have such an exciting future to look forward to, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye for now.